All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through here today on Wednesday, first Wednesday of July this year, and our downhill path to Christmas. If you can think that far ahead, my children all have their Christmas lists drawn up already. I don't have the heart to tell them there's like 6 more months, but they feel like they're on the downhill road to Christmas, and we want to feel like that here too. Folks, DuePoint, that's where you're sitting today, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. Started first in 1952. We are about 65 years old. So this is not a startup. This is not something new. This is a well-established, homegrown South African company in the South African financial services sector. I want you to take some time, go do some research, get comfortable with who you're dealing with here today, because we know that in the South African context, there are so many of these things that kind of come and go, take our money, run away, and we're left in the lurch. We want you to feel comfortable that that's not the case with DuePoint. We want you to start forming some trust with us here today. Take some time afterwards, go and look at our licenses on the wall. There's our FSP number, know who you're dealing with. I want you to know as well and be comfortable as well with the team here. We've got all the requisite skills. I'm the best looking. This is the sort of scale downwards. From there, Brendan Benfield, I'm the senior executive here. I've had about 20 years in the financial services sector, started my own insurance company down the road called Primary and Direct. I'm still a shareholder and co-founder of it. You would have seen our billboards out there. Kind of been in it and done it in the South African context in the traditional insurance space. We're doing something different here at DuePoint. This is Tim. He's our banking expert, spent nearly 2 decades working for the First Rand Group. You know them well, FNB and RMB. We got Stacey. She came from Deloitte. You should have heard of them, I hope by now, one of the big 4 audit firms in the country. She worked with them both locally and in Europe, specializing in financial services. Then we've got Jane. Jane's from the UK originally, but spent the last decade with us here. She brings years and years of experience in the direct selling space. When I say that she's had 25 years, she gets upset. She doesn't want that as public knowledge. Hey, Jane, you just wanted to know just a few years in the direct selling space. And we got Rob. Rob's our design guy. He ran his own digital design firm in the financial services space for years, worked on brands like Investex brand, Visa, MasterCard, knows what he's doing, and has brought that into the DuePoint context here. The most important fact, though, above all of that and above all of our skills and experience in that, is that we're here. We're actually South African. You can find us here Monday to Saturday in these offices. That is something that's quite rare these days. You know, we heard General Motors left the country. Well, why? Why did they leave the country? Where were they going? Well, they're going home to America, you know. We're right here. If we leave the country, we've got to come back to our office right here, you know. So this is the wonderful thing about DuePoint. You're not dealing with a foreign company. You're dealing with a local homegrown company. Folks, what is it that we do here at DuePoint? Well, we have 2 things that we do. The primary objective, the passion of this business, is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to generate reliable, recurring income with. That is a big statement in the South African context right now. We do not have anything like it. You have your employment. You may think it's a recurring income. It is not a recurring income. It is there only until it stops. That's not recurring. Right now, we've got a massively shrinking economy, unemployment out of control. See, on Wednesday next week, taxis are striking. Why? Price of cars have got too expensive. They're saying, how can you spend R500,000 on a taxi when just 5 years ago it was less than 200,000 Rand? Okay. That's because inflation's not 6%, it's closer to 17 or 20% per annum. You compound at 17% per annum, you know why you can no longer afford things. You can no longer afford things in South Africa. So you might have a job, great. You're still not earning enough, you know that. Thirdly, you're not in control of your income. You know that. You might think you're in control of it because you've got a job, you've got a full-time contract, permanent contract. Great. Do you sit on the remuneration committees of any of these businesses you work for? Do you get to decide what your increase is going to be at the end of the year? What your bonus is going to be? Who gets promoted? No. None of us on the ground in South Africa have control over our income. That's a statement of fact. Even if you're an executive these days, you don't have control. Tomorrow could be the end. And what we're seeing in South Africa more and more is that the end is coming quite often. Retrenchments, businesses closing down, it's a reality. Now we want to change that. At DuePoint, we want to put something in your hands that you're in control of. That you're not worrying about an economy that's bashing you from side to side, businesses that are open, closed, remuneration committees that decide whether you earn or not. We want you to be in control. And our hope is that if we can put it in your hands and you're able to use it to create income, we can start dealing with those economic issues that are involved in your personal life. What are some of them that are involved in your life? Well, the first one is debt. That's something unique to you, but everybody's got it. But it's your debt. Your name is on it. You're going to hand it over to your children one day, then it'll be their debt. But right now, it's your debt, okay? And you've got debt for everything. Why? Because, like I said, you're not earning enough. That's the only reason why we have debt, because we don't earn enough to live the lives we want to, even to survive. What did we see a couple of weeks ago? Research said the cost of feeding the average family of 4 in South Africa is 7,500 rand a month. Average income in South Africa, 4,500 rand a month. Those two do not equal each other. That means that those families have to go into debt for 3,000 rand. This is like a reality. Actually, I'm in a mood this morning because I get so frustrated with people who want to fight me on this issue. No, Brendan, what I need is a job. That's what I get all the time. I don't want to do this because what I need is a job. Guys, jobs are failing us across the country. What is it doing? It's burying you in this. That's what your job's doing. It's burying you in this because it takes all your hours all week long. It takes all of them. You've got none left at the end of the week to create any more income for yourself, and it gives you less than what you need to survive. That is a reality. That is a fact. You can't fight me on that, and yet people will. They're afraid. They're afraid of change. Well, today we're going to be talking about change. So I need brave people in the audience today because we're going to be talking about change. We want to change that to start with. If we can generate in your hands an income that's yours and recurring and reliable, you might not need debt anymore. We can get you to a position where you can pay it down and get rid of it. What would it be like to wake up that one morning and know you don't owe anyone a cent? What is that morning going to look like in your life? Huh? Not a cent, not for your house, not for your car, not for your clothes, not for your food. What is that day going to look like for you? That's what we want to do. The second thing, of course, is we want to get you ready for the future. Now, that's the immediate future and the distant future. All of you know that on a regular basis, something goes wrong in your house, in your family, in your circumstances. That's quite normal. That's life. Every month, there's something different that happens. You crack a tooth, it's 2,000 rand to fix the tooth. You bump your car, it's 20,000 rand to fix your car. Your granny passes away, everybody wants you to cough up 10 grand for the funeral. Is this not normal? Is that what's not? And we call them non-recurring items in my household, but they actually recur. Every month there's a blimming another one of them in our household. Okay? This is the reality of life. If you have free cash flow, what is free cash flow? More money than you need to spend. Then you've got a piece that can handle the non-recurring items. We want to start by putting you in that position where when something goes wrong, you can pay to fix it. People say to me, and this is the other thing that they want to find me, well, life's not all about money. Okay, yes. There's about 0.5% of life that's not about money. The other 99.5% is all about money. You would be amazed at how many problems you can eliminate with money. Huh? Would you not? Think about your list of problems. How many of them would disappear if you had money? Even no partner. I don't have a husband. I don't have a wife. You would be surprised if you had 100 million euros, how fast you would find a partner. You would be absolutely amazed. Okay? And it would be true love. True love. That's what it would be. It is amazing how much life is about money. Unfortunately, that's the system we're in. We cannot buck the system. We can only learn to use the system. And that is what we're doing at DuePoint. We are teaching people how to use the system to change the future. And then, of course, we want to prepare you for the long-term future. At some point in time, you're no longer going to be able to earn income. That's just a reality. You'll either get sick or injured, or you'll get to an age where people won't hire you anymore. That's a reality. They call it retirement. It's generally forced retirement, okay? Because you just can't earn anymore. But your expenditure stays. It doesn't disappear when you retire. What we've been doing for hundreds of years is we've been putting that burden on our children. If we can put you in a position where every month you earn reliable, recurring income, it means that when you stop earning at your regular jobs, this keeps coming in. And it means that you don't then have to worry about the statistics that say you have to have millions of rands in the bank on the day you retire in order to survive. You don't have to worry about that. That's what we want to fix. That's our primary passion and objective at DuePoint. And I'm going to test you on this later. You're going to come to me later and talk about products and how do I sell this and da-da-da. And I'm going to say to you, no. At DuePoint, what do? We give people income. That's what we do. That's what we do. We give people income. Now, our secondary objective, of course, is to create a whole new kind of business. We're building a business in the 21st century with 21st technology and 21st century consumers. We as 21st century consumers want to plug into our suppliers in a different way. And we have built that in our system. We have created a pipeline between you and the supplier, us, in this, so that you have direct contact with us 24 hours a day. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very simple. It allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you're given one task. No selling, no marketing, no embarrassing yourself, no all of that nonsense. One task, to connect people to DuePoint. That's it. That's it. Best job on earth. No, I need a job, Brendan. I got the best job on earth for you. You just have to connect people to us. By connecting people to us, you penetrate the South African market for us. And by penetrating it, you create channels of distribution into which we can come and facilitate the purchase of our products. We, not you. You don't have to worry about that. We come along and facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we create revenue. When we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income I've been talking about for you. Recurring. Why is it recurring? Because we don't sell things here. We don't sell soaps and milkshakes and minerals and creams and mouth sprays and frickin' virtual currency and all of this nonsense. We don't do that here. We don't. We sell real contract financial services. Contracted financial services and lifestyle products that are with you for life. They're with you for life. And every month they run on a debit order computerized system, which means you never have to run back to your friends to beg them to buy stuff they know is rubbish. You never have to beg them to put more money in. You never have to. It runs when you're lying in hospital sick and you can't move. That computer system is there running those debit orders for you. That's recurring. That is the cornerstone of our entire system, because if it recurs, we have succeeded in our primary objective. Now, on top of that, we paste another layer. It's a layer of you being able to go beyond your current abilities. One of the big things we've lost in South Africa is aspiration and hope. The fact that people who are desperate for money say, what I need is a job, not what I want to do is change my future, demonstrates how we've been crushed and broken in South Africa. We have no hope left. We have no thought towards an aspiration greater than ourselves. Well, in the DuePoint system, we've built that in by allowing you to leverage others to assist you. We know that you're busy. We know you don't have time. People say to me, Brendan, I don't have time for this. Congratulations, I don't have time for this. Okay? Nobody's got time. It's been stolen from us. But if we got a little bit of time, and we can get lots of little bits of time from others, we've now got a whole lot of time that we can use to build our future with. And that we've built in to the DuePoint system. It is a system that keeps you independent of us. You're not an employee of ours. I often say it to you, you're not recruiting. People say, when I'm recruiting, you are not recruiting. Remember, that you are not recruiting. You just have to bring people to us. You just have to connect them to us. This is not an employment contract. You don't have to have Facebook pages that say DuePoint is hiring, because DuePoint is not hiring. Okay? And neither are you. You're free from all of those burdens. You're completely independent of us, and you will decide how much you want to put into this. You will. And this is where I think some people get afraid. But if I get into this, now it's going to be 20 hours a week that I'm going to have to. No, not in the DuePoint system. This is a system we have created off of the back of 200 years worth of experience in this industry. We have made it in a way that you can actually do this as a supplement to your day-to-day job. No one ever asks you to quit your job here at DuePoint. Never. Not ever. We want you to keep those jobs and be great, but what we want to do is start supplementing, bridging that space and that gap with our system. So folks, you will choose how much time you spend on this. There is no risk today in becoming a wealth engineer, and you have to understand that to be the truth. We have designed the system so that you will not, to the best of our ability, have any financial loss. People say, Brendan, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. It cannot be a pyramid scheme unless I'm taking your money from you. Okay, that's how a pyramid scheme works. It's defined in the Consumer Protection Act. When I come to you and I say, just give me 30,000 Rand, now I'll go find 5 other people who give me 30,000 Rand, I'll give you 60,000 back. Okay, that is a pyramid scheme. This is not one of those things. There is no cost of becoming a wealth engineer at DuePoint. You will not buy a starter kit that'll cost you $3,000. There's none of that. There's no monthly fee. There's no application form fee. There's no manual fees. There's no fees for training. There's no fees for presentations. There's no cost in being a wealth engineer at DuePoint. By simply being a DuePoint product owner, part of the package, you're a wealth engineer. So don't look at this as a step of risk that you're taking today. It's not. Today is a step of opportunity. And that term has been watered down and worn out. But when you remember what it actually means, it means now is a chance that you have been given to change the future. That's what it is. A chance that you've got. You will take it and make that chance a success or not. No one else will stop it. That is what we offer you here at no cost. So if you become a wealth engineer today, don't freak out about it. If tomorrow you go, I don't want to do this for whatever bizarre reason, okay, that's fine. You'll have lost nothing, and you'll be able to continue with your life having spent 0 cents at DuePoint. Okay, so it's very important to remember that. Folks, before I carry on, actually, remember it requires no qualification or experience either. You're not brokers of ours. You're not representatives of ours. You're not financial advisors of ours. You're not any of these things. You simply connect people to us. But you are building a real asset. And that, I think, people struggle to acknowledge in the system that we built. This is a real asset because of the nature of the recurring income. Because this comes in every single month, you're actually able to price the value of the channel you build here. You will be responsible for the construction of a channel of distribution at DuePoint by just connecting people to us. When you can place a price on that, you can now sell it. You can actually sell it to somebody else. You can transfer it, and it will be left to your children when you pass away one day. So instead of leaving them debt, you will leave them a channel producing income. That is the complete opposite of your experience up until this point in time. It's probably the exact opposite of what your parents did to you. You know, you're still paying off the clothes they wore and the food they ate. That's probably what's now. You will leave your children an income and an opportunity to carry on building that channel. That is what you build in the DuePoint system. Folks, there is no selling. You form no part of the sales transaction whatsoever here at DuePoint. None at all. Your task is to connect it to us, DuePoint, and we, DuePoint, and our ePortal website do all the selling for you. You don't have to do any part of that at all. So again, I want you to get that sense of the convenience and ease of the system that we have at DuePoint. None of the old stigmas that frighten you away from direct selling should bother you today in the DuePoint system. We've removed them all. Cost, time, and embarrassment, all gone. So how do you build a channel here at DuePoint? Well, you connect people in one of 4 ways to us. One, get one of our USB sticks at reception, 150 Rand, got our presentation on it. You can show someone our presentation any time of the day, whether you've got an internet connection or not. The second way, if you're in Gauteng, you can put people in this room. We present Monday through Saturday, every single day, nighttime, lunchtime, morning. We're here presenting. You never have to learn how to present. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. You don't have to learn about the products and then have to stand up in front of strangers and do it. I do it for you. Rob does it for you. You never have to do that. Just put them in the room. If you're not in this room with us, YouTube is your friend. It is our most powerful resource. Every single one of our presentations is on that YouTube channel. Even this one will be on our YouTube channel straight after this presentation. Any time of the day. If you're a night shift worker and you're wanting to talk to your friends at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm there, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go. Okay? YouTube ready, sorted for you. And it's completely free. YouTube is free. People say to me, no, YouTube is expensive. Yes, it's data. I understand it's data. But if you're going to do DuePoint, you're going to have to change your budget. Less fast food, less alcohol, less other things you're spending your money on that you don't need to. All of a sudden, you've got plenty of money to buy a bit of data, which can completely change your life with the DuePoint system. But there we are. YouTube is your friend. That's the third way. The fourth way is we live stream all of our presentations, every single one, every single day. We are live streaming out across the country. So anyone who's at work, if you're at work and can't get here, if you're at home, if you're in another province, no problem. You tune in when we go live. It's all on our website. One button click, boom, and you're live on any screen with an internet connection. And you can be showing people the DuePoint presentation. That's how you connect people to us. You've got to do nothing else other than that. Nothing else other than that. We do the rest of the work for you. And as you do, some people become wealth engineers. We'll allocate them to you and your channel is born. They'll go out, do the same thing, connect people via the 4 ways. Some of those people become wealth engineers, and again, we'll allocate them to you, and so on until you've got people around the country talking about DuePoint and growing your channel for you. You have now penetrated the market. Even though you only spoke to a handful of people, you'll be absolutely amazed how you will penetrate the market. We see it on a daily basis. It goes like wildfire. And as you do that, we come along as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products, and now a channel of distribution you've created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that this is not a scheme. It's not a scam. It's none of the other S words. Okay? This is a genuine income earning opportunity, probably the only really good one left in South Africa right now. And I can say that having been through the review of 8 regulators. I'm actually only 18. I look like this because I had to do 8 regulatory reviews, okay? We have regulators that sit on our boards. We're listed on the JSE. This is not a made-up thing. This is a very serious business that we're doing here. I love it. We always get the people in the audience that look at me like this. For an hour. It's got to hurt your face, but you look at me like this for like an hour. Like, this is the thing my parents warned me about. No, this isn't the thing your parents warned you about. I can show you a couple of those if you'd like. This isn't one of them. Folks, this isn't one of them. Go and look at all of our accreditations. Look at them out. This is not. We run a very heavily regulated and burdened business. And we do all of it for you. You don't have to worry about any of it. It's another one of those conveniences in our system. You are now in the financial services space without any of the inconvenience and cost of it. All you have to do is connect people to us. Folks, if you do that, you're going to have to apply time and energy and thought and persistence to changing your life in the system because it's real. It's not like on Facebook where they promise you 100,000 Rand a month. That's the thing your parents were warning you about. This is lifetime recurring income. You're going to have to pour time in. That's the cost. That's the catch. You want to build, you're going to have to pay with time. And you can do that. You can do it in one of 2 ways in the DuePoint system. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand per product paid in your channel successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So, for instance, you go out, you chat to a few of your friends, they become wealth engineers, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. These are people you directly introduced. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month that those products are successfully raised via debit order. Not 1 Rand, not 5 Rand, not 12 Rand, and all that other 1990s numbers. This is the 21st century. We need 55 Rand if we're going to buy anything. It's 55 Rand per product. These folk go out, they chat to a few more people, they take out a product, and they make their payments via debit order, 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand again. You've been here for 5 minutes in this particular example, and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month, just under 1,000 Rand a month. You haven't changed your life yet? No, because you haven't paid with enough time yet. But you've got 1,000 extra Rand a month, 12,000 Rand a year. That's now flowing into your household. You get a little bit more fired up now. You put some more time and effort in, and your channel starts to grow. And as it starts to grow, you earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there is no limit to how much you can earn in the DuePoint system, none at all. From the 8th point onwards, as long as you qualify to earn, you will always get 4% of 27.50 Rand. In your lifetime, you can grow a channel 25 points big. Your children can take it over and grow it to 50 or 75 points. As long as they qualify to earn, every product payment will earn them 4% of 27.50 Rand. This is how we will create legacy in South Africa. This is how we will create something that does not end the day you stop working. This is how much more important and valuable it is than a job that disappears the moment you can't work anymore. This is something that carries on and carries on with you through the generations. So, folks, how much does that translate into? Well, it's difficult to answer that. I need to know how fast you're going to grow. We've used a formula called the 3+2 growth formula based on mathematics on data that we've collected over 2 decades. We think it's very conservative. We think it's a reasonable estimate of what you can expect to earn where you put a little bit of time and effort in. What it means is in your first month with us, you put just 3 people on your first point. That's the 3 in the 3+2. 3 people on your first point. That is not a big ask. Hey, that's not a big ask at all. It's 3 people. Then every month thereafter, you've got to put just 2 people on your first point. 1 every 2 weeks on average. 2 people. This is not like the things on Facebook. Bring me 50 people and I'll no. 3 on your first month and 2 every month. But then you've got to do it every month thereafter. +2, +2, +2, +2. You've got to do it like that. And you can't miss months. It's your birthday this month, I'm not doing it. It's Christmas this month, I'm not doing it. No, every month you do +2. And if you can do that, work with your teams, and we apply lapses, cancellations, and all the other mathematics to it, we believe you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months with us. This is genuine income. So it's not that flagrant 100,000. This is real. 6 months of labor, 2,500 Rand a month going forward. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you've now added to your household income. You've put effort in, you've got that. Now, can I tell you that I'm going to lose most of you there? Now, I want you to remember, because this thing goes on for quite a bit, okay? And that's where I'm going to lose most of you, right there. Because it's an odd thing in South Africa. We don't suffer from a lot of self-discipline. We suffer from the opposite. Okay? And what happens is when we start realizing, hang on, I'm going to have to put a little bit more time and effort into this, people go, no. I'd rather just stay poor. That's what we do as South Africans. Unless we can get rich now. That's why we like the Facebook 100,000 Rand after 90 days. Even though nobody gets it. We like that because it talks to the right now. Folks, I want to change your future the whole way. And in order to do that, you have to put more time in. If you can do 12 months with us, on the 3+2, committed to the effort and time and persistence required, we reckon in a year's time, you can reasonably expect to be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now, 10,000 Rand a month, that changes pretty much everybody's life. There's some super rich people that it won't do, but even they'd enjoy an extra 10 grand a month. But for most, it's changed everything. What does an extra 120,000 Rand a year do for you right now that you're in control of? Okay? Not the salary that might go up or might go down. This that you're in control of. What does the extra 10,000 Rand do? That's a year from now. That's July 5th next year. If you could put that much in, if I don't lose you there, then that's what can happen. We're seeing it happening already. I'm going to show you in a minute. Folks, if you could do 2 years with us, 24 months, not 24 weeks, not 24 days, 24 months, +2, working with your guys, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning around 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. 360,000 Rand a year in 2 years. I think for most of you, you're not earning 30,000 Rand a month right now. 2 years from now, this could be your extra recurring income. Your extra. You will not have had to quit your jobs to do this. This is extra income. Then, if you can do 3 years with us, 3 years, 36 months, we reckon you'll be on about 46,000 to 50,000 Rand a month. 600,000 Rand a year in 3 years' time. Now, I'm looking through the audience, all of you should live at least another 3 years. All of you. The next 2 becomes questionable, but at least up till now, most of you should make it. 3 years, and you could be earning 50,000 Rand a month with our system. I'm not certain a job will get you that. When you want to come fight me about, no, I need a job, I can't do this. 3 years, and you're at that spot there. 4 years, we reckon you're about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month. That's 720,000 a year. And 5 years, half a decade with us. Half a decade, not 5 minutes, not 5 months. 5 years from now, we reckon you'll be on about, and you can reasonably estimate to earn about 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year on the low side. And you're now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. You've had to put 5 years in? Absolutely. How many of you have not put 5 years into your employment? No, it looks like you've all put at least 5 years into employment. Any of you got anywhere near this, or you're still in year 1? This is rare. People say, I don't have time for this, or I need a job. I want to cry and laugh at the same time. It's a very mixed emotion, okay? How many more years are you going to pour into that dead-end job? How many more? There's only 0.5% of South Africans that reach their aspirations in employment. 0.5% of 50 million, same statistic as being struck by lightning. It is. Well, it's not a joke. Go look it up. It's the same statistic. We need to change the way we think about our earnings. We have to. As I said, we're never going to ask you to quit your job. That would be ridiculous. But what we want you to do is take something that actually makes a difference. Last night I was sitting in my office on the corner here, looking back across the apartments that run down Main Road here. And I could see it was about, 5:30. I was still here. I'm always here, late. Looking out, it was dark, and I could see all the people sitting watching their TVs at 5:30 in their apartments. And I thought to myself, an hour each day from each one of those individuals, how would their lives be different with DuePoint? But that hour they're going to spend watching TV, maybe 3 hours, but just that hour they're going to spend watching the TV, it's going to have cost them, not made them anything. They've got to pay for the TV license at the very least, electricity for running it. Just that 1 hour, 5:30 to 6:30. What change could that make every night? Imagine if you did it every night. So 5 hours a week for the rest of your life. You've heard of the slight edge principle. People say, instead of using the lift, walk up the stairs. You'll see no change for the first 3 years. But 10 years down, people say, geez, you're in such good shape. You're in such good shape. Just because you choose the stairs instead of the lift. It's the same thing. 1 hour a week for 1 hour a day for 5 years. And you could be earning R1 million a year. Now, in 5 years' time, when you're earning the R1 million, I say, well, it's worth it. You'll say to me, absolutely it was worth it. 3 months in, though, do you remember? We've got to go all the way back now, over there. You're going to say, oh, no, I spoke to everybody. They all said no. And then I'll say, you spoke to your dad, your mom, your brother, your sister, your cousin. I said, well, they were all going to say no anyway, because that's a principal thing with family. Okay, you've got to put the time in and the effort, and you can change everything. Is this just maths? No, it's not maths. We're already seeing it happening on the floor here at DuePoint. Here's just a sample of people. It's different every month. We can probably from next week or the week after, we'll have a different set of people. Throughout DuePoint, we just pick a sample every month. Here's Denzel. He's in the room today. You can find him. He was one of the guys. You can see the wrinkle there still from the strain of looking at me like this for an entire presentation. He was the one who said to me, my father warned me against people like you, Brendan. Joined us on the 31st of August last year, super skeptical, wanted to see if this thing would last, whether it was actually real. Okay? Watched a few people's lives changing just in a matter of months of being here. In about February this year, he said, thank you very much, I want my life to change too. February, March, April, 3 months after really getting down to business, he's on 2,400 Rand a month. Remember I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand? 3 months. 4 months, 5 months. 5 months in, 9,000, 10,000 Rand a month channel. Okay, I said it would take a year. I still think that's a good and reasonable and conservative time frame for you, is a year. 5 months. This is a tool, you'll use it. You'll decide what you want out of it. Here's Nonkobela, Eastern Cape, East London. Okay, also, 13th of March last year, did nothing. Super skeptical. She thought this was another one of those S-word businesses. That's what she thought it was. And she watched very closely one of our big couples here, watched how their lives was changed in 12 months, completely changed in 12 months. Started working in February as well. February, March, April, 3-6. May, June. What does your life look like with an extra 10,000 Rand in it right now? Extra, it's on top of what you're earning from your job. She knows. She knows it. Already she's living that life. You can call her, she's not an actor. If she is, she's very expensive. Call her and ask her what it's like to live with the extra money. Extra. Can be you. What does she have to do? She's in the Eastern Cape. She doesn't even have all of this. She just uses our tools to connect people to us. That's all she does. Then we've got So-So. Joined us a year ago, got stuck in straight away. Business owner, runs her own school Monday to Saturday. Doesn't have time. But what she also doesn't have is capital. And she wanted capital more than she wanted time. And so she started building her business with us. And in a year, she's built a 20,000 Rand a month asset. 20,000 Rand a month, 240,000 Rand a year that she now uses to capitalize her business with. What does an extra 20 grand do? That's a year. I said 2 years to 27 to 30,000. She's racing ahead at the moment. She's just choosing to. Now, there are millions, not millions, there's hundreds of people at DuePoint that are earning, hundreds and hundreds that are earning at DuePoint right now. Some 700 Rand a month, some 3,000 Rand a month, some 85,000 Rand a month. They're all on YouTube. Go to our DuePoint channel, go watch the testimonies. Not all of them, there's about 60 testimonies there. But you'll see them, all earning different. The decision they've made, how they want to use this tool. How much, how little, how much time they've got, how little time. It's there. The second way that we earn in the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards training program. This is the thing. I think at the end of these kind of presentations, I've kind of addressed most of your fears. But the one fear I can't get rid of, it seems, is fear itself. That's the one. People are like, I am scared to do this. I don't have a logical reason. It's an emotional reason. Folks, we have tried to get rid of that by saying, we'll help you. We'll actually help you. We have built a training program that takes you step by step by step from beginner to expert. We actually hold your hand the whole way through this process. And as you train, we give you this thing called XP points. It's just experience points. It's not worth anything, but it measures how experienced you are in our system. That's what it does. And then what we do is as you get more experience, naturally your channel starts growing, and you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we start to reward you. Not with plastic pens and printed pads that you get at your office when you do training there, with money and tools and things that make the time and effort of building a channel worthwhile here at DuePoint. This is in addition to the returns that we pay you. At rank 5 and beyond, we start to give you tools that we know accelerate the growth of your channel. So for instance, rank 5, we give you a imported lightning memory stick from America. Plugs into every electronic device full of our material for you to connect people to DuePoint with. Super powerful in your pocket. And then in rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of imported business cards. Gold gilded, gold printed. We're having a set made right now for a bunch of guys who've just reached rank 7. It has to go to 3 separate printers. 3 separate companies to make these cards. When you hand it over to somebody, they're going to want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. This is not playing around. That's the one thing we're not doing here at DuePoint, is playing around. We're dead serious. You want to see what a set of those look like? Go look in our glass cabinet outside. They're there. Go and look at what a 12,500 rand set of business cards looks like. They're yours, in your pocket, ready to go, helping you accelerate the growth of your channel. Then at rank 9, for those that survive past the 3-month mark, okay? For those that have pushed through to year 2 and to year 3 and have created channels that equal the size required for rank 9 and have done the training and become at least medium experts at this business, we take them every year that they maintain their channel size and their family away on a 1-week trip, 5-star business class, every year for the rest of their lives. Every year. I'm not sure which job you could get that'll do that for you. I was laughing. One of our big earners yesterday was sitting with us, and she was really upset because she felt she hadn't had a strong enough month, hadn't pushed hard enough, and she'd only got a 10% increase in her earnings that month. So I said, all right, well, that translates to a 120% increase every year. How come you're unhappy? How many of you are getting a 120% increase in your salary at the end of this year? Yeah, no. Yeah. Guys, at rank 9, everybody who achieves it comes with us. Not the first 5, not 5 winners. There's no winners. Everybody who achieves it comes with their families every year. For those of you who are not coming with us in December, this is the hotel we're going to. Folks, we've got a whole bunch of guys that are coming with us already, more than we can even fit on this slide. And there's 5 months left in this year before we go in December. Any one of you here can still come with us. It's a decision you'll make. It's a decision you'll make on a daily basis. but it's open to all of you. It's open to all of you watching us live today. Anybody who decides that this is what they want, they can be with us this year. And if you don't make it this year, the wonderful thing about the DuePoint system is you don't start at naught next year. You start exactly where you left off this year. You've already built something that you can then build to next year and join us next year. This is something we do every year for our rank 9 guys. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented to you. It's not financed through us. We don't give it to you and then take it away. It's yours. It's your car. And you can go and see our rank 11s that have got them. Nothing that we do around here is made up. Nothing that we do here is marketing. What we're doing here is real and changing people's lives. That's what we're wanting to do. Folks, every month we run what we call Wealth Quests as part of our training program. You can all get excited about them, even if you're brand new, because they are designed to be completed in a month, from the first to the last day. They don't ever overlap. They're just in that space. And they're designed to reward you with the tools you need to grow your business. Every month the rewards are different for those that complete the criteria. iPads, iPhones, smart TVs, cash, data, Wi-Fi routers, all the things you need to build your channel are in the quest. And every month it's different, so that you can really build up a whole toolkit with us. Everybody who qualifies gets rewarded. There's not a limited number. Everybody gets it that qualifies. This month, we're running the Quest for Quality. We're driving people to understand that DuePoint is for people who are employed, not unemployed people. Whenever I say that, I get shocked looks on people. We're starting with the employed people who don't earn enough to cover their expenditure. That's where we're starting. It's for you've got to buy one of our products. If you can't afford one of our products, you can't build a DuePoint. And so we've got to find the right quality people. And this month, for all the wealth engineers that are going for it, what do you got to do? You've got to find 2 people. Put them on your first point, get them qualified. That means they must have found 3 people. And then everybody on your first and second point must make a successful payment this month. 100% PPQ means 100% of debit orders are raised successfully. If you do that, everybody who does that this month will get 5,000 rands worth of extra cash and 2,000 XP in the training program. An extra 5 grand this month. Okay. Is it hard? Oh, yeah. Is it worth it? Oh, yeah. That's what we're doing. Now, people ask me, Brendan, how on earth do you afford to do this? I've done the maths. It doesn't work. All right, I normally get that from doctors and things like that who don't do maths. But nonetheless, I get it still. Folks, the math does work. What we do is in the traditional space where we come from, we direct market to you through advertising on TV, billboards, radios, SMSs, taxis, bathrooms, anywhere where we can stick an advert, we stick an advert. It costs the industry more than R1 billion a year. It costs individual companies hundreds of millions. Hundreds of millions. You will not realize how much is spent on advertising. Nobody ever asks the question where that money comes from. Nonetheless, let me tell you what we do. We reverse engineer the cost of that into your monthly payments. Okay, your car insurance, your funeral cover, your banking fees have all built into them 30 to 50% next month's marketing cost. That's how it's done. Now, we've done exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we don't do any advertising. Not at all. You will never see a TV advert or hear a radio advert or see a DuePoint billboard. Not ever. Because we use you to penetrate the market and connect individuals to us. And as a result, all that money that I would have spent on SABC, DSTV, etc., millions, is now available for you and your channel. That's very simply how the maths works. You're welcome to come and chat to me in more detail afterwards. There are 3 products that we as DuePoint, not you, we as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of in your channels. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Okay. Now you will notice I'm going to spend 2 minutes of the 60 minutes I spend with you today on these. But you will come afterwards and spend 40 minutes of the 60 minutes with me asking me questions about these. Folks, what do we do at DuePoint? What do we do at DuePoint? We create income for individuals. No one can ever get that right. How many, Denzel, even you got it wrong. We create income for people. That's what we do, not this. Yes, from my perspective, DuePoint, this is what we do. From your perspective as a wealth engineer, we create income. So don't get the 2 confused. Now, 299 Rand a month gets you our Access Wealth product. Our Access Wealth product opens for you your very own tax-free investment account. It's yours. We take 100 Rand of the 299 and we put it in the investment account. It's a no notice, no restriction period investment, which means you get your money straight away. No notice periods, no maturing periods, and the money's immediately available to you. Which means the actual cost of this product is only 199 Rand a month because the other 100 is yours. It's in the investment account. Then for the other 199, we give you 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said, part of the package, you get to be a wealth engineer. Second product, our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand a month. And for that, you get 1.1 million rands worth of personal accident cover with no maximum age limit, no deferred benefit period or waiting period. First premium, you're undercover. No medical examinations or declarations. Then our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Our Buyers Club allows you to leverage the leverage we have in the market as a corporate. We go around and we negotiate with strings of suppliers. We're always adding new ones. Sometimes we take some away, but we're mainly adding new ones the whole time, of premium level service suppliers that you're already spending money on. But now we get them to give discounts to us, a corporate. And as a member of our Wealth Points program, you get to enjoy those discounts. So if you want to shop at Checkers, you can shop getting our discounts. You want to go to Hershey's and buy there, you get our discounts. Travel and accommodation through Altitude Travel, you get our corporate account manager who gets you corporate rates on your travel. There's a whole string of suppliers. Go to our website and see them all. Just for $274 a month, you get to be a member of that Buyers Club. I love that product. It's our non-financial, non-insurance product, and it is very exciting in our business. Folks, as a wealth engineer, not only do you get the benefits of those products, but you get the benefit of this entire organization. Every aspect of this business is now available to you at no additional charge. You can book us as the executive team or management team to have meetings with you, training sessions with you, strategy sessions with you and your team. You can book us Monday to Saturday. You get us to help and support you the whole way through. No need to be afraid. Then you get all of our technology. We maintain and develop it constantly for you free of charge. You're constantly getting improved technology. Every day, we roll out updates to make everything work better for you. You get our entire facility. If you're here in Gauteng, you can use it. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, Monday to Saturday. During business hours, it's yours. No cost to you. And you get nationwide footprint with DuePoint. We live stream every presentation out of here, which means that anybody, anywhere in the country can be connected to DuePoint, and you can grow your channels across the country. Folks, today is not a decision about DuePoint. I don't even want to argue it. We have run out of time in South Africa. Just read the newspaper. They actually have a clock and it's finished in the newspaper. This is a sinking ship and we have to block the holes. Nobody else is coming to block the holes. Nobody. Do not believe for a minute anybody's going to help you. We've got to fix this ourselves now. We have a tool that will cost you nothing today that you can use to change your future with. You don't have to learn how to present. You don't have to sell to your friends. We actually contract you out of it. All you need to do is connect people to DuePoint and start changing your future. If you do decide to become a wealth engineer today, ladies and gentlemen, it's very easy. Take your smartphone, your tablet, connect to our Wi-Fi, go to DuePoint.net, click apply, fill out the form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having parted from your hands. As a wealth engineer, you'll be sent a W number. That's yours. That's your unique channel. The beginning of the future. It could be completely blank, or it could be absolutely magnificent. That'll be decided by you. Then sit with the person who brought you here, tell them what you want. What is it that you want out of DuePoint? And then make a plan with the DuePoint system to get there. If you don't do those two things, 3 months from now, poof, gone. I want you here for the long haul. We need to be changing the country we live in. And we want you to do that with us. You have got all the tools you need at DuePoint. You can pick them all up at our counter, or you can order them at info@DuePoint.net. The memory stick with a presentation on it. Your own set of business cards. You don't have to buy the 12,500 rand set. We have a very affordable but wonderful set you can use. Very powerful tool. Power blocks for your phones. You're going to be using them a lot. And data. You're going to be using them a lot. Okay? So get the power blocks. Caps and shirts if you need them. Notepads, pens, everything that you need. All available at our account. Get the tools. Get out there equipped and start changing your life. This is a very important week. Once every 3 months, we hold a special Thursday evening called Third Degree Thursday. And at Third Degree Thursday, you get to ask questions in the presentation of me. We're never allowed any other time. Once every 3 months, you get the opportunity. And it's this Thursday night. So if you've got questions that you don't get answered today, or wealth engineers, if you're getting questions you're struggling to answer, this is the opportunity to get the answer. Please, before even Thursday, email us at questions@DuePoint.net, your questions that I can prepare and have them ready for you, or tweet us at #DuePointThird, your questions, and we will tackle them this week. Now, what I love about Third Degree Thursday, you've always got piles of questions for me afterwards, but no questions. No questions here. Guys, I don't want that this month or this quarter. Send your questions in. The ones you're battling ones, the ones you can't answer, send them. This is your opportunity Thursday night, 6:30, right here. We're going to be tackling all of those questions. If you become a wealth engineer today, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's your biggest and best resource with us. And download our free app. It plugs you into your channel. It actually plugs you in real time into your channel. You can watch what's going on. It's got all your tools, your personal documentation and details, everything you need. Make sure you get that app before you leave here today. Download it from our free Wi-Fi. And guys, if you use our facilities here, please always remember to book. Go to events, the events tab on your app or on our website. Put your name in. You don't have to put your guess in, but your name in so that you're not turned away at the gate. You can be turned away at the gate, so make sure your name is down if you come and use these facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that we are very, very serious about what we are doing here. Very serious. We have done a lot of work, put a lot of money into it, and put together the best team we can in South Africa so that we can start doing what we're most passionate about. You might think I'm like this because I'm like a marketing guy. No. This is actually my passion. We have to change the society we live in. We have to. We're not winning as we currently are. And I want to start with each one of you changing your future financially. That's what we want to do here at DuePoint. We've put together this system. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Come and talk to me. Get them answered. Do not walk out of here today without this tool. Don't find an excuse. It's easy to find excuses. It's not easy to succeed. Take the tool with you today and start changing your life. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I will see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who have been watching us live today.